Ruturaj Gaikwad, the captain of Chennai Super Kings, has been ruled out, not for a game or two games, for this entire remainder of the season. That is the breaking news. He's got a hairline elbow fracture, which has now resulted him in being out for the entire season. And guess what that has done? MS Dhoni is back as captain of the CSK team, as it has happened twice before. Once with the appointment of Ravindra Jadeja, they switched back to MS Dhoni taking over captaincy. Then they went with Ruturaj Gaikwad, but fate had other things in plan. He's got a hairline fracture. A season and a half, or in fact half a season and then another half a season of captaincy, and that means MS Dhoni, the prodigal son of Chennai, is back at the helms. So many thoughts going through each of our respective brains. Who should we start with?
I'll begin. I mean, Thala for a reason. Thala for a reason.
Okay.
It was expected somewhere down the line. Okay.
What was expected?
MS would be the captain somewhere. You remember, prior to the DC game, there was a filler given out, right? That he's likely to captain. Okay. That didn't happen. Ruturaj tried. He tried to revive the fortunes of the CSK team. CSK DC failed. Miserable fail in that. CSK PBK has also failed. I think now the Kaveri water went way over the head. And that is why it was just not possible for Ruturaj Gaikwad to continue. I think he was been hampered by that elbow problem. The elbow issue was there because he had suffered that blow in that Rajasthan Royals encounter at Barsapara. I think he was having a lot of discomfort, Ruturaj, and you could clearly see it hampered his stroke play. But there was already a filler sent out in the DC game itself that maybe he's likely to captain. But Ruturaj walked out for the toss. Punjab Kings game also he came, but then he didn't look comfortable. So what happened with Ravindra Jadeja in 8 games of 2022, but then he also later, the official release was he had an injury, so he couldn't go, he had to go to NCA. Here Ruturaj's injury has paved the way for MS Dhoni to be captain again, because CSK have no other captaincy option in their side. So it was meant to be. See, MS Dhoni was going to come back as the captain soon. And all that retirement.
Oh, yeah, you predicted he's going to get a hairline fracture.
See, he was having an injury. That is an issue.
But he played last game. No?
But
but you're saying as if you're so sure he's going to come back as captain.
Then why would the captaincy rumors come about in the CSK DC game itself?
It was because he could have missed that game against DC, because of that injury.
But you saw Ruturaj batting in those 2 games. He didn't look comfortable. There was a clear impediment to his stroke
so much
play.
that you'll come to know if he's uncomfortable or not. 2-3
No,
balls,
I mean, he had a decentish outing in the Delhi game, but he didn't have that much of a decentish outing in the Punjab game.
Yeah.
But clearly, this wasn't the Ruturaj that we all knew. I mean, see, he fell for the trap, clear. Against Punjab Kings also, I mean, look at it. He just did not have a good time. Somewhere down the line, it was happening. And that RR blow.
You're saying if the blow would not have happened, it anyways would have happened. This would
Yes.
How?
Look at where CSK are.
So, they were there last year also.
He would have been forced out of captaincy.
Forced out, but again,
last year they were in
MS Dhoni realized the
Chance
mistake.
they still have a chance.
You are saying there is more to it than meets the eye.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
MS Dhoni in 2022 realized that, okay, I might have gone slightly overboard with Ravindra Jadeja. 8 games, middle of IPL, I give that big spoon-feeding lecture in Pune after you lose. And then you say, okay, I'll take over the captaincy. CSK's fortunes don't rise.
But Siddharth, sorry, but you cannot mix the 2 issues. That I agree. That he hung him out to dry.
Yeah.
Ravindra Jadeja. That I think was unfair. Yes, you could have. Firstly, you gave him the captaincy. You did not give him enough of a long rope. I think Jadeja deserved that. And then you left him out to dry in front of everyone by saying that spoon feeding and all. What that did was not only embarrass him, it actually ended his hopes of being an India captain, which he could have been in contention with. So I think that was very unfair. I think it was an unfortunate episode that happened in the CSK thing. Then it did seem like that ever since Ruturaj came, that MS was not really interfering with the captaincy. He was allowing Ruturaj to be the captain. Now to say that they would have anyway removed him because they're not doing well, I don't think that is true. Firstly, I don't think it's true. And secondly, if in the remotest of chances that is true, then they are again shooting themselves in the foot, because they're going back to point zero, where they'll again will have to start with finding someone and giving him the captaincy and building again. And that will not really work
let
well
us
for CSK.
Let us take everything at face value, okay? Face value. Injuries happened. No one's doubting that. Again, no one is doubting that Rituraj Gaikwad had an injury.
But glad you clarified that.
Yes. No one is doubting
You just
that.
doubted.
I didn't doubt.
He's clarified now.
I've clarified. No one is doubting that he had a elbow injury, but now it is come, it's a fracture. But this is, as they say now, the gods must be happy with you. This is a perfect opportunity now. You're only in the 5th game of IPL 2025. Now MS Dhoni can work miracles for 7 out of the 9 games which they have to win. Okay? They have to win 7 out of the 9. They can't win anything less. They have to win more than that. Now it's gone back to 2022. Okay? Rituraj is out for the season. Whether he'll be back as captain in 2026, that we'll wait and watch. But whatever you have seen, this is the problem of making one representative as the entire face of CSK in this. Jadeja, no longer captain. Forget about captain. He can't even aspire to be the leader. Whether Rituraj will go down that route now, if CSK have a better second half, only then we'll come to know. Otherwise, see, now with this report, MS Dhoni is not retiring. Simple. In 2025, and I don't think he's retiring even in 26 and 27. He'll honor the 3-year contract.
That is the breaking news. What Siddharth is giving us, that this suggests that him getting back as captain means he is not retiring.
In the middle of the season at least.
Not even in the end of the season.
No, as in not in this season.
All those people now who want to show images, oh, he's going around Chepa, distributing all of that, it's just a smokescreen. He is playing until 2027 to honor the 3-year contract.
No, that's...
It will happen. It will happen. All these fillers are there.
No,
in
but
that
ideally, even I feel that it should not have been Dhoni who should have been... I think now, definitely the chances, this year maybe short-term success they might get, but in the longer run, that's not going to help. It could have been Rachin Ravindra.
No.
You could
Where
have
has he got
developed him.
captaincy experience? Rachin Ravindra. I will name each and every player in the CSK lineup. Devon Conway, does he have captaincy experience? No.
But it's not
Rachin,
important that you have captaincy experience.
But still, somewhere you need some leadership thing. You won't entrust a foreigner. You're seeing what SRH are struggling with at this point. After the high of 24, you've got this. Vijay Shankar, no. Rahul Tripathi, no. Deepak Hooda.
Shivam Dubey could have been
But
an
how
option.
much has he captained?
See, I'll just tell you something. First, I don't think there is more to what meets the eye here. Gaikwad was injured. CSK needed a skipper and they have gone back to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Now, whether this is a great move or not, personally, I don't think so. It's a great move because once again, you have gone back to MS. See, he's a great captain, has done it for CSK, 5 IPL titles, but you need to look forward, you need to look into the future, and that's where maybe you could have had a different captain. Now, who could have been those captaincy candidates? Only 2 names come to my mind, Sam Curran or Ravichandran Ashwin, both of who have had prior experience of captaining in the IPL. So, I think if either of them, would have been the captain, I would still be okay with it. Or maybe, if Sam Curran would have been the captain, I think I would have still been okay with it, because in case of Ashwin also, you're not sure for how long he's going to feature in the IPL. But with Dhoni...
No, but what's the problem with Rachin Ravindra and Shivam Dubey? They are youngsters.
Shashwat, the point here is that I kind of agree with Siddharth here. They don't really have any prior captaincy experience.
But the players who come from captaincy experience as well, be it Rajat Patidar who's been given, even Akshar Patel didn't have prior captaincy experience.
Yeah,
But he was
absolutely.
given
Rajat
there.
Patidar was captain of Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh, but how much? How much experience
For a
do you
couple
gain
of seasons?
from a season? One season.
A season.
How much?
Akshar also.
No, that's still in just Khana Purti sort of a situation.
But
Then you
where-
still trusted.
Again-
Nitish Rana was given the captaincy of KKR. There have been so many
No,
instances.
he was given because
But-
Shreyas was injured.
Yeah, but
nah.
I'm saying that there's no
But
hard and fast
Nitish-
rule like this that you have to have prior.
Yeah,
captaincy
but again,
experience
look
to
at the
get
options.
captaincy.
Different franchises, different mentality, different way of
But
decision
again,
making.
All
Okay.
I'm
the
trying to
point.
say, there's nothing like that. That if you haven't captained previously, you cannot captain.
In the history
That
of
is-
Yeah,
CSK.
yeah, absolutely. But see, where you are currently in IPL 2025, you would have needed some kind of an experience. CSK have gone with Dhoni. I don't agree with this decision because it's obviously taking a 2-step backwards. But from their perspective, it's the right decision.
But who would you have gone with?
Sam Curran or Ashwin for that matter.
Sam Curran,
Yeah.
we've seen what he's done in captaincy last year with Punjab.
But at least he had that captaincy experience.
but
That's the point.
But again, Ashwin's not had
I
a
don't
good
think
captaincy.
experience. Rohit Sharma was given captaincy midway. He had no experience. He went on and won the IPL. So there's nothing like this that you can't give captaincy to.
I know what
somebody
you are
who's
saying
not
is also right, but what I am saying is, see, that's one way of seeing the things that you are saying. What I am also saying, that's also the other way
I'm
of
saying
seeing
that
the things.
any day a Rachin Ravindra or a Shivam Dube were much better captaincy options than a Sam Curran.
Yeah,
at least.
Sam
no, he's
Curran.
fine, at least.
Sam Curran doesn't
just
even
Yeah,
start.
exactly.
How are you? Okay, see, again, he's not Sam Curran. Indian Curran नहीं है. He's Sam Curran who's a foreigner. Rachin
होता तो
Ravindra
क्या मिल जाता है?
मिल जाता. See, you are not interesting a foreigner as a captain.
no,
in
Karan
Chennai Super
शर्मा को तो
Kings.
खिलाते नहीं है.
Exactly.
No, but they still, keep him in the squad as a good luck charm.
Can't
Because
Sharma
there was a trend
2021,
that he was with some
He's with
franchises
Mumbai
that
Indians.
won the
Okay,
IPL.
if you had to pick a captain, okay, let's assume it is an unfortunate scenario that Ruturaj Gaikwad is. I have two questions I have. Before we take the inputs from our viewers, if you had to appoint a captain, who would you go with?
Ash.
Ravichandran
Because
Ashwin.
Ravichandran Ashwin, because he's captained a franchisee before. He's captained Punjab Kings.
Is he always guaranteed of a start?
So far,
games, some games you may have to look beyond.
But he has been starting in all the games. I think he will be an integral part of all
Is
the
he
games.
a long-term solution?
With CSK, we don't know anymore. But yeah, I mean, out of all the bids, see, he's also been committed for 3 years. 9.75 crores you paid him. He will be a long-term option. 3 years when you look at it.
Okay.
Two options for me, either Sam Curran or R. Ashwin. Fine with both. But
Sam Curran, you were fine when he captained Punjab Kings.
No, but the point is you don't have options. At this stage of the season, you cannot really turn to
But
the
he's
likes
not
of
a
Conway or
100% starter.
But that's
Yeah,
where
you
you
lead it
give
till
him the
now.
confidence that boss, you will have to lead. See, he's captain. He has been the vice captain of England for a few series. He has captained the Punjab Kings also in the IPL. So that's where you give him the confidence. I don't think this is where you would want to turn to an inexperienced candidate. So that's the point.
Yes.
Shivam Dube or Rachin Ravindra. I think I would personally.
Shivam Dube, where did that come from? Long term.
Yeah, long term. Or Rachin Ravindra. Shivam, ahead of Shivam Dube, maybe Rachin. If I have to go with an Indian option, Shivam Dube. But if my pick, I would go with Rachin Ravindra. I know he's going to be at least in the Fab 4 for the coming years. He's the next gen Fab 4. He is a long-term option for the Chennai Super Kings. Not just 3 years, you can even retain him in the next cycle. So he's your long-term option. Sam Curran, I don't think will make any sense what he did with Punjab. He was clueless. He didn't know anything. What was he doing? He himself didn't know. There was Shikhar Dhawan who had a mysterious injury. He was there but wasn't playing. So Sam Curran is not a starter. MS Dhoni, you're just going back. I know that short term you might have some gain from this with making MS Dhoni, but in the long term you're again doing the same thing that you've been doing for so many years. So for me, Rachin Ravindra.
For me, I think CSK have taken the right call. I would have also gone for MS Dhoni. It's much like I used to say for Lucknow Super Giants. If you have a Nicholas Pooran, you bring the big guns as early as possible. So if you have one of the finest white ball captains who's playing already, yes, whether he should continue playing or not, that's a different debate. But if he is, and as Siddharth also said, one thing that you now know, with him being appointed as captain, at least mid-season retirement isn't happening. So you know that. With that in mind, I would have given it to him. And why I'm not worried long term is because I think they may get Ruturaj back to doing it. So this is him just filling in for Ruturaj. It's not discarding Ruturaj that he cannot do it and they just shoving aside, then maybe you would have to think long term. I think he is just keeping the seat warm for Ruturaj Gaikwad next season. And Ruturaj Gaikwad also, I'm not really, this is one thing that I've seen. I'm not surprised he's injured because his injury has been career has been peppered with injury all throughout. So many times he had a chance to be playing for India and he got injury not once, at least twice I can remember. So he's always had these issues with injuries. And I think that's another point that you need to look at, but quite an unfortunate scenario that he finds himself in. Where he is injured and now he's ruled out. So yeah, that's the first bit of question that I wanted to ask everyone. The second bit, now that the captaincy changes happen, can CSK turn it around? Can they turn their season around and do the unthinkable? I don't know about winning the title, but at least making it to the top four, which seems next to impossible.
See, it won't happen always that Dhoni will give out a comment, to media that the bowlers like Mukesh Chaudhary, Tushar Deshpande, they'll have to step up. I'm not really going to spoon feed them or whatever it was, he said of the bowlers. And then, the bowlers will start stepping up and CSK will win the title. It's not really going to happen every single time. I don't think, CSK can make a comeback here, and it's because of the form that, most of their players have shown. It's pretty much terrible, and I don't see a quick turnaround for them.
I remember you asked it, what's the reason why Chennai is here, and I said that touch from Mahi Bhai isn't there, and I feel that now this Chennai Super Kings suddenly will look a very different team. I sitting here personally realize that Delhi has to face Chennai, and when Dhoni is leading. See, I'll tell you what MS Dhoni does very honestly. Riyan Parag once said that I was batting really well. Mahendra Singh Dhoni went, talked to the bowler, and I don't know what did he say, I had no clue, but I just had that in my mind that Dhoni has went and said something they're planning and plotting against me, and he got out. That's what MS Dhoni does. That's what he will do, and I think this template that Chennai Super Kings follows can only be utilized by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I don't think this was Ruturaj. See, when Ruturaj even took over captaincy, the template of Chennai Super Kings, at the auction, the way they play, everything still stayed the same. And maybe that wasn't suiting to Ruturaj Gaikwad, and maybe he would want to change that as well moving ahead in the seasons from now. But as of now, the template that Chennai wants to follow, I think they have the team, and Dhoni can be the best. You can make the best out of these players, and they definitely now might just make it to the top 4 as well.
No, they are not making it to the top 4 because yes, I know that there is plenty of romanticism around MS Dhoni turning it. Yes, I know the Mahi Bhai touch.
He's saying it because he's thrown CSK out of his top 4 now.
And even I have. I have picked DC now ahead of them.
I don't have Chennai.
He's also made a U-turn.
If MS Dhoni was captain,
I have CSK. I have not done a U-turn.
You knew that.
I didn't know. Now I am believing. I know it's a very tough task. The team cannot get okay, but if there is a glimmer of hope, it could be now.
When you can win an IPL with Robin Uthappa, Ajinkya Rahane, Ambati Rayudu, Tushar Deshpande and Mukesh Chaudhary. You
won it with Shardul and Deepak Chahar in 2021. Okay, Shardul in the death overs especially.
He was the most expensive bowler in the history of IPL. Tushar Deshpande, and they went on and won the IPL. What else do you want?
I understand all the romanticism. Yes, it could be 2023 all over again. It could be 2021 all over again. But remember, even in 2021, MS Dhoni needed luck. When they were in India, they were at the bottom. When they moved to the UAE, their fortunes changed. Okay, 23 were dominant. 23 they were dominant. They didn't need luck in that.
There also last
two balls. So then again, see, Mohit Sharma had not done anything wrong until that entire period. Bowled 2 balls and they won the game. But see, now where they are and with the personnel that they have, I don't think they're making. Rachin, great ODI batter, great test batter, but he isn't a T20I batter. Conway is lacking rhythm, and you conveniently had to retire him out in that PBK's encounter. There is no middle order in the Chennai Super Kings lineup. There is a Shivam Dubey who lit 1 or 2 big hits, but that's about it. Tripathi, Huda, Vijay Shankar, whoever you fit in, they are not the guys who will galvanize a team in a big way. And Chennai Super Kings are playing Kolkata Knight Riders in Chepauk. Which team has the best spin bowling lineup in the IPL?
KKR.
No, even CSK have a good.
Arguably.
Even CSK
Agreed.
has a good spin.
Against KKR, Chennai Super Kings are going to face the acid test and all this romance that is
doesn't
around.
know right now they are saying pitch this.
Please tell us, are they?
No, they aren't. For these simple reasons, they can't tackle the conditions even at home. They can't tackle the conditions away.
Okay, no for Siddharth. Let's quickly.
You still have them?
I've said it.
He
no.
said he believes.
I believe in the man. Arvind B, a little digressing for the topic, but we'll take it after this. Pawan, please, only questions related to the topic. He's saying thank you for covering the ISSF. Siddharth,
the World Cup, yeah.
Are we winning left, right, and center? Can we hope this form continues to the Olympic?
There's only a hope. But yeah, it'll get much tougher as the games go on. Yeah.
Okay. We've got Sumanshu Priyadarshi saying, why are we debating? Is it short term? For long term, it would be Ritu. They will bring someone like MI did. Okay. Vas is saying T20 cricket has changed a lot since last year. Even luck
Same
won't
reason.
be enough. Okay, valid point.
Game over.
Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan is saying CSK didn't have any other option to go to this year, but that's also true that it would hurt them in the long term. Now again, fans would be stuck with MSD. If CSK win now, Gaikwad would be blamed. That is true. Now they will also have to look at a replacement. Cool wants to know Mayank Agarwal.
What a story will it be if Prithvi Shaw now comes to CSK and they qualify?
Yeah.
What a story! And Mahi Bhai is lifting the IPL. What a story!
That would be
But
amazing.
it could be either of Prithvi Shaw or Mayank Agarwal making the CSK squad for this season. Because they would
Prithvi
need a
Shaw won't
replacement.
be.
Yeah.
Just imagine Prithvi Shaw comes, wins the IPL from here with Mahi Bhai.
See, he
Instead
will-
we, sir. Then
Could happen, but again, see.
been going after Mahi Bhai since so many days. Now is the time when he'll show you.
Let's see.
We'll wait and see what happens, who is the replacement, what happens to CSK. But for the moment, thank you so much for joining our broadcast. The big breaking once again, MS Dhoni. Yes, this isn't any April Fool's joke. MS Dhoni is indeed going to be leading CSK for the remainder of the season. That's because Ruturaj Gaikwad has been ruled out because of a hairline fracture to his elbow. As always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Do give us a like on the video if you enjoy watching our content. Bye bye. See you.
See you.